this time because it's your story and I don't want to promote it. I'm kidding. I'm totally kidding.
Damn, that was kind of mean as fuck.
Oh my gosh, I was kidding.
That shit hurt.
Gabe.
That shit squirt on a deep level.
Sorry. It was a joke. Ooh, whoops. Ooh, whoops.
I've given up on caring. Wait, can you pull up the Twitch? No. Damn it. Damn it.
Wait.
What?
Wait.
It'd be much easier, baby.
Wait, no. Wait.
Hey.
Which one of these can I unplug?
Neither of them.
I can't unplug either of them?
No.
Just for right now?
Well, one's the webcam and one's the microphone.
Is there another one?
No. I know, I've looked there too. It's literally just a hole. Oh, good luck putting that back. Oh, what? Oh. Yeah, that thing's always a pain in the ass to put back in there. Oh,
There's no other one?
Yep. You would have to plug it into the back of the computer. But then that would cause problems because this keyboard's already plugged in.
Alright. Go ahead.
But could you type beyond the keys? Pull the Twitchy. Monopoly Plus. Oh yeah, good.
Right there, but it's not hyperlinked.
Calm down, NBC. He sprayed on all the ladies in Paris, France. Now we just wait for the money. Today I bring you.
Hello. Why did you wait?
That's cute.
Hello, wait. I need water. I don't know where my water bottle's at. My water bottle.
Probably upstairs. Can you hand me that cup just in case I can't find it?
Huh?
That cup up there. Thank you, baby.
Ow. Want that money, baby? Money, baby, money, baby. You with me, baby. The Hoff twins.
Congratulations, sir. Your Krabby Patty pizza is here.
Wow, thanks. I've been dying for one of these. Where's my drink?
What drink?
My drink? My diet Dr. Kelp?
Oh my gosh, wow. Hey. La la la. Any pounders in the chat room? You gotta find out which one's your good side. So if you don't, hey bud, thanks. My water bottle wasn't up there.
I am not.
What you got there?
A brownie.
You couldn't. There's no way you could eat all of that. If you need help or eating a cosmic brownie,
Do you want one?
I want just half one.
No, I want this.
Come on, I just want
Oh.
half. Just give me halfsies. Dude, that's mean as heck. That is actually mean,
I'll
dude.
get you one if you want one. Do you want one?
Kinda.
What?
I kinda do. I kind of really do. Wee woo wee woo wee whoop. If you're freaking new here, don't be afraid to follow. You can join the stream. You're part of it.
What are you looking at?
Thanks.
You're welcome.
Excuse me, neighbor. Yeah, I couldn't help but notice you picked pretty much all of my flowers.
Can't make a float without flowers.
Oh, sure enough. But, did you have to salt the earth so nothing would ever grow again?
Yeah.
Matt Damon on Hot One. Woo! Cold Hands. Simpsons. Have you ever seen Conductor? We Have a Problem. Oh my gosh, that dude is LA Beast. Ow. That is nostalgia. Oh my gosh. That was during the recession. And that is not a joke, because I remember my buddy Jake, they like moved like 3 times when this game was out. When we lived out west during the Great Recession. Recession. Rings of Suffering bug and free to play. Oh wow. Huh. You think they would have that fixed like 6 years into the game, but
Guys, I have to go to work. I don't have time to get your mom another gift. Do me a favor. Go out and get something else, will ya? Here. Something good.
Like what?
I don't know. Get her some toothpaste. She's always using toothpaste.
Dad, there's $200 here.
Well, get her some mouthwash, too. I'm just a man.
that's Brendan Fraser. That was so cool that he was the dad on Drake and Josh.
That is not Brendan Fraser.
You're gonna tell.
Will ya? Here.
Not Brendan Fraser.
That is B. Fraser. I don't even. That is.
Is anybody in?
Like 15 people in. 20, 100
Can
million.
you just click on it, please? Oh.
Well. Kind of want my brownie now. I'm gonna name my brownie first. At least a part of it. Have you ever seen that? Oh my gosh, he's like saying like some awful stuff.
Bad words.
Oh, like bad words, not just like shit and you know. Ow! I ripped my tooth out. Not really surprised. Dude, everybody's like, oh, I'm quitting. I'm quitting or World of Warcraft. They're going to come back. Steve Jobs on why WoW was dying. Alright. Oh. Should we get it going? Oh, you gotta read the disclaimer.
Oh, yeah. Hang on. Let me finish chewing.
Okay.
How long have we been going? Almost 10 minutes?
Yeah.
Alright.
I never lose.
Weird.
I don't get it.
Mr. Crab walks, he's like, you know what I mean?
I don't get it.
What do you mean? Like, when he walks and does that, like,
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Japanese jazz when driving on a warm night.
Hello, listeners. You're like the cute girl in the passenger seat. And then we get crazy.
Oh my gosh. Oh.
For a second I was like, oh my god.
Where'd she go?
Where did she go?
Hey.
I don't...
You want to do it?
Hold up. I don't know if it's wrong.
Oh my gosh. Oh my schmops. Wait, wait, I want to see it again. I want to watch SpongeBob.
Oh my, this purse is so big and heavy.
Hold it right there, ma'am. I'll be taking that.
You ready?
I'm ready. Let's do it.
I just read the whole thing, so
3.
I'm not going to be surprised.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
I don't want
Okay, I was just kidding.
to... me too. You ready?
Yeah.
3, 2. Butter gear. All right. Oh.
Hello and welcome to the... You can't drink while I do it.
No one is gonna hear that.
Yes, they can.
No,
No,
one-
leave it.
No.
No, that would be fun. Play it. It'll... Hello and welcome to the...
Okay, all you heard was. That doesn't matter. That doesn't matter.
No, you can't drink during it.
Why? I'm only thirsty when you're saying that. I think the spit got on my knee. Yes.
All right. Press it.
That sounded like
Okay, press it.
anime. It did.
Just press it.
Press it.
Hello and welcome to the... No, leave it. Hello and welcome to the Clandestine Podcast. My name is Olivia.
My name is Gabriel.
And on this podcast, we cover true crime and other horror content. Now, sometimes the topics we talk about can get pretty graphic, so listener discretion is advised. Fair warning.
We warned you.
Also, a reminder that all information that we cite is public information and the sources will be linked in the description. We have the utmost respect for survivors, victims, and their families. So, no disrespect to anybody.
At all.
Except the bad guys. What?
Smell weird?
No.
Okay. Alright, keep going.
Well, Gabe,
Hey.
looks like this is, you've got a story for us.
Yeah, it's my
today.
time. It's my time to shine. I'm excited too. I was struggling to pick something at first too, but I kind of like doing. I guess I'm just a hipster, but I like doing the stuff no one's heard of.
Yeah.
At least not widely heard of or whatever. But I was thinking for this one when I picked it, you know, it just seems as if you hear stories about stuff in the last like 30, 40, 50 years. I was like, I want to go back. It's like, I want to go
What we do here is go back.
Yeah. So I did. I actually Googled. I know you were laughing when I told you this. I Googled ancient serial killers.
Ancient.
Ancient serial killers. I didn't go that far back, of course, but we're gonna venture back a little bit today. So put your time traveling trousers on and get excited. So today I'm bringing you guys the story of Catherine Deshays, a.k.a. Dude, I'm like stroking out. Okay, we're gonna go back and try that again. You can save that with mental intuition.
A.K.A.
A.k.a. Like, what? I'll try that again. Sorry. Today. All right. Today, I bring you the story of Catherine Deshays, a.k.a. La Voisin. Or Madame Voisin.
Who is she?
Well, she was a lady born in February in the year of 1640, Paris, France.
Oof.
There was not... How do I say this? She grew up in kind of a poor, denizen-like family.
Okay.
So there's not an actual... I couldn't find the day that she was born.
Okay.
Just February 1640. Also, we don't really have much information about any of her early life or her parents. But what I will tell you is that she surely did leave an impact in her adult life.
Oh.
Yeah.
How so?
Well, let's talk about it. So, into her young adult age, as most people do, she fell in love, head over heels, with a man named Antoine Voisin. He ran a shop where he sold jewels in Pointe Marie, Paris. This was actually a really beautiful spot to his shop where he had it at. It ran right along like where the Louvre was.
Oh.
And yeah, I know, right?
Prime real estate?
I know, great area to sell jewels.
Oh, wow.
It was also by the Hotels of Noblesse, which I looked that up, that's how you say it. This hotel was just like an upscale hotel, just for that area.
For rich people.
Exactly. Although, sadly, Antoine running his jewel shop in this area, and it being a predominantly wealthy area, did not rake in profits for him, and he's...
I have a kind of a question.
Yeah.
Was her husband poor?
Anything as far as, like, pertaining to, like... information pertaining to her husband wasn't a lot of stuff either.
Okay, so we don't know, like, how they met, or...
No. As far as, like, a love story, they met somewhere in Paris, and maybe they were eating snails, but to my research,
Snails.
couldn't find anything.
Escargot.
Escargot, sorry. My cargo, your cargo. But, that happened. He's sitting on all these jewels, and he's slowly trickling into bankruptcy. And they have a family at this point, too.
Oh.
Yeah. This is over the course of a couple years while he's running this jewel shop. But, especially back in this day and age, women certainly were not given so much the opportunity to be the breadwinner in the family, per se.
Yeah, of course not.
But Catherine Deshays, or at this point she's Catherine Voisin, she would not stand back idly and watch their family lose at all. She took
Okay.
matters into her own hands. Or others' hands. Oh, yeah. You're like, what are you talking about? I'm going to tell you.
I want to know!
She started doing chiromancy and face reading.
Cracking people's backs.
No, that'd be a chiropractor. That's not a magic. Chiromancy.
She, like...
Did spells on their spines. No, that's just what it's called. And for those who don't know what chiromancy is, it's palm reading.
Oh, okay.
That's why I said, or others' hands.
Oh.
Do you like that one? So, she started doing that, and...
Can I say a little bit of a side note about palm reading? I went to a psychic who read my palm in Florida, like 3 years ago, and she was real, and she said that I was going to meet my soulmate in two years, and... Then he met this guy, so she was real.
Hopefully it wasn't this lady, because...
Well, I don't think so, because she was, like, young.
Don't read my...
I have a wandering eye.
But don't do it.
I'm sorry.
Let's get back to where we were. So, since beginning this new, this career path with the palm reading and face reading, she started to coin herself a fortune teller.
What's face reading? Do you know?
Yeah, that I really had never heard of. I was like, Face reading, that sounds pretty interesting. I think it also goes with like lines of people's faces and stuff like that, and just also like kind of looking into people's eyes, yada yada.
The window to the soul.
Is the eyes. So yeah, since beginning this, she started to coin herself a fortune teller. She was hungry for more, though. It wasn't enough. She wanted to expand this business enterprise that she had started.
Can't blame her.
Yeah. She also began working as a midwife. So for people that don't know what that is, because I honestly, I had heard of a midwife, but I was thinking to myself, what is that?
Wait, can I guess what it is? Because I think I know what it is. It's just it's like a nurse who helps birth babies, right?
Bingo.
I don't know nothing about birthing no babies.
Whatever that means. I would hope that, yeah. So,
No,
as
that's a quote from something.
As Olivia said, yes, it's a person who helps women during childbirth. But she started to notice that there was more money in doing the opposite of what this job required. So she started helping women have abortions.
Oh,
yeah.
Gotcha.
But there's more to that. We'll get to it. It's, yeah. So her business was thriving in this community they lived in. Many people...
Can you say that again?
Yeah. Her business was thriving in the community that they were in. Many people were asking her similar wishes, to fall in love, to have a child, wishing death upon their enemies. So, just what people wish for.
Yeah. I've never wished death upon someone.
I've been mad at people, of course, but maybe maybe get a flat tire.
Well, actually, I totally take that back because, last week I wished death on Gary Hynek or whatever.
Oh, okay.
I wished a painful
I was like,
death
this
on
is
him.
about to go in a different direction. I'm a little nervous.
Sorry.
No, you're okay. As we were saying, her business was thriving. People were asking her, I want to fall in love, I want to have a kid, I want my enemies to die. At first, she was, in a way, doing it professionally. She would give them advice to make these wishes come true. Pray to certain saints on specific days, and your wish will come true. But in a lot of times, and I feel like in these businesses, money talks.
Right.
And it snared Madame Mon Voisin, because now she's going by that. She's going by Madame. She got snared right into the hands of greed. No doubt. At this point, she has this little business going where she's doing the midwife. Now she's helping women to have abortions.
Midwife. Oh my gosh. Midwife by day, psychic by evening, and abortionist
that's even a word. Like I said, we're about the late 1660s at this point. So she'd be in her mid-20s and is actually now in this area in Paris, France, where they live. She's one of the most renowned fortune tellers there.
Yeah, she is kind of hustling.
Yeah, she's making the money. She went from tips on how to make wishes come true to making magic necklaces, serums, powders. Some of the ingredients she would put in these. She would give them to people, be like, "Oh, take this and your wish will come true."
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and the ingredient list of these may be a bit shocking. Let me read them off to you. Toad bones, powdered mole teeth, human blood, the dust from human bones, and Lita vescatoria, aka the Spanish fly.
So, she clearly didn't really have this stuff. She was just saying that's what it was, right? Or did she really have?
No,
that stuff?
she was using this stuff. She was working with other ladies that were doing this in France.
Oh.
Yeah, they were in
Also, what's a Spanish fly?
Okay, when I was doing this, I wanted to tell. I was like, I can't wait to tell this. When we were at the gas station today,
Okay.
and there was that huge pill that had the fly on it. The Spanish, it's like it's an aphrodisiac.
Oh.
So people use it. I saw
gotcha.
it and I was like, that's funny because of the story.
Gotcha.
See, all of these things that I was just listing off, those are for aphrodisiac properties. These people wanted to
Get freaky with it.
get a little crazy with some toad bones. So from this point on, things start becoming increasingly strange. Like I said, she was becoming most known for her aphrodisiacs, but some other new practices as well. having her become well known where she's at, she's now attracting these higher paying clients to her house in Valenvieux-sur-Gravois. I looked some of these up. I'm kind of like proud because it sounded just like the thing on on YouTube. She took this house where they lived. It was a normal like cottage style house, and completely morphed it into this house of fortune teller, witch, apothecary-ness. Essentially what I'm saying is she decorated it to look really mystical, and like when people came in there, you're like, whoa, which sounds really cool, but it might look...
It's not?
It might be gold painted, so...
Okay.
So she was still performing abortions here as well.
At the psychic place?
Where she's like having people come... Oh, just wait, I'm getting
also, did she have like a doctor that she was working with under the table, or was she just like doing her own thing? Oh, she was probably giving people stuff, right?
She was giving people stuff, but also we'll get to that.
Okay.
There was...
Sorry, I always try to get ahead of you.
It's all right. It's all right. So like I said...
I need to know all the information right now.
She essentially morphed her house into this... Wonderland of mysticism and alchemy. Like I said, she still performed abortions here and also had it as a show for her guests, the abortions.
What?
Yeah, I'm going to tell you right now, it's about to get really, like, jaw-dropping.
It's going to get crazy? Wow, okay.
Like, pretty nuts. So yeah, she was performing abortions there and had people watch this black mass that they would do with it. And if you're not familiar with what a black mass is,
a movie from 2014 starring Johnny Depp.
No, surprisingly that was not it in the 1640.
Sorry.
No, you're good. What am I trying to say? She would perform black masses, right? And if you don't know what that is, a black mass is... Okay, you go to church, you go to mass. Mm-hmm. The Eucharist,
if you're
all
Catholic,
that.
yes.
If you're Catholic. Well, a black mass is...
Oh, it's like dark black magic?
It's like it's satanic. A black mass is satanic.
Okay.
Not so much that they're... Well, actually, yeah, it is. But the way it's defined is they are, like, disgracing regular mass.
Oh, okay. Like so it's just the antithesis of...
Exactly,
okay.
Yes. They take the Eucharist and, like, deface it and, like, it's... Yeah.
And, wait... So, and that's how they do these abortions?
No, we'll get to that.
Oh, okay.
We're getting there. I'm just saying that's other things they would do at these black masses.
Okay.
But yes, the abortions would take place during them.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I know, right?
I'm getting scared.
It's all right. You'll be all right. So the woman that would go there to have the abortion, they would use her as the altar. And I'm just telling you guys, it's going to get crazy. She would take the fetus that was aborted, and they would hold it like in the air and let whatever was like coming down onto the people that were there. They were doing, excuse my language, they were doing some crazy shit.
What?
Yes.
Okay, so how did people know this? That this happened?
Well, one, because how like history was recorded with this and like what they have found, remains they have found.
Can you imagine just like you're getting ready to go out for the night and this is where you end up?
Your friend's like, hey, come along and we're going to a house party. Okay, sure.
And you've just... What?
These people are insane. Dude, when I was reading this, I'm just sitting there baffled.
Oh, sorry, no, you did get the sources, right?
Yep.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Are they in there?
No. Oh. I mean, I still have them on the thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, pretty crazy stuff. After everything was said and done, I just thought this was interesting. There was a report, like an investigation that like the police of France had to do, that there were bones of 2,500 death babies that were discovered underground in the garden of her house.
Wait, say that number again?
2,500. And
2,500 bones or 2,500 babies?
the bones of 2,500.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, they were no strangers to doing this. And that doesn't even count. They had a furnace that they would use sometimes to get rid of things.
Oh.
Yeah. I almost wanted to leave this part out because I just thought it was so wrong, but it kind of really explains to you how twisted these people are. So yeah.
I can't believe I've never heard of this before.
Me either. Like how? Yeah, this is pretty insane. So Madame Voisin began attracting the noble ladies of Paris as well. One of these noble ladies was Olympie Mancini. She allegedly paid for a poison that was meant for what's his name? Sorry, let me say that again. Olympie Mancini allegedly paid for a poison that was meant for Louise de la Valliere, I think I said that right, because she was fooling around with royal family members, and her sister Marie Anne Mancini also allegedly bought poison to kill her husband so that she could marry her nephew.
Ew.
Now, not marry his nephew, marry her own nephew.
Yeah, gross.
I mean, this is a whole nother story for a different day, but pretty much all of these royal family members were trying to kill each other with poison, which I thought was crazy. I mean, you can look in the links to where I was reading this part about. Dude, the list of people that were, like, accused in royal families, like, it was absurd. How is it that just... How is everyone just trying to kill each other with poison? And all the sexual deviance and...
It's always, like, the higher up you go, like, the nastier it gets,
Yeah.
it seems.
They just get bored. They're probably so rich, and they're just like, we're going to do whatever we want, but yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, when you're so rich like that, your, like, line of morality is, like, just moves so easily.
Yeah. And not only is there a list of all these family members of the royal family.
Sorry, guys.
Sorry.
Maury!
I know as soon as I start going, they're going to... So I'm saying, there's... What? What?
Who we got in the chat here? Academy of Impossible, hello Chrissy Bear, if you're in here. Hello all of you people. I don't know how to tell who is, like, real and who's fake on this thing, but hello. Gabe's gonna be back in a second. He's, like, wrangling the dog right now. Oh my gosh, I need to do my nails. What color are you doing your nails? I was gonna do them last night, but I don't know, I got too tired. My cuticles, you probably can't see, but they're, like, out of control right now. I actually went to cosmetology school, so...
Dude, the street is, like, filled with police cars.
Whoa, why?
There's, like, a paramedics out there.
Why?
Like, 3 houses down. No. It was literally, like, 3 houses down. I don't know what's going on. But my mom was freaking out.
Aww.
It's alright. She gets scared.
Color, street strips, cotton candy swirl. Ooh, I bet that looks so good. You should put a picture on your Instagram. I'll look at it. Here he's back.
Chrissy, what's up? What's going on? Sorry, it seems every time I go to do my story,
Something happens.
my throat closes up. Or...
That was so scary when that happened.
I know where I'm at, though.
Okay.
So, as I was saying, there's a outstanding number of royal family members that not only tried to poison their people in the royal court or whatever, their peers, but also that went to Madame Voisin's house. It's pretty crazy. And she had no problem supporting her family of 6, her mother, and her lover.
Ooh.
Which she had several of. The most important one, though, for our story today is Adam Lesage, a magician. Yeah. Really someone to... Hey, if you're a magician, more power to you.
No, I'm just thinking, like, psychic and a magician. Like, a match made in
truly,
probably hell.
Probably in hell, in this case. But yes, he was a magician that Voisin hired for house parties. So at first, it was just for more entertainment.
Yeah, it was strictly professional, it sounds like.
Oh, yeah. Well, just as Voisin was, Mr. Lesage was married already, but soon fell head over heels for her.
How could you not?
She's conjuring up, probably gave him an aphrodisiac. Who knows?
Probably.
He had promised Voisin that if she were ever to become widowed, he would marry her. So she wasn't widowed. He even convinced her to attempt to kill her current husband with poison, and at first she was on board. They were getting ready to do it, but she ended up calling it off. Weird, because you've already been kind of involved in this, but whatever.
Well, Gabe, maybe she didn't want to take his life just because she didn't want to be with him anymore.
I don't know. She had no problem making poisons for other people.
No, it's right.
But hey, it's understandable. It's like a drug dealer almost.
Yeah.
Like, they wouldn't want to... They're giving stuff to people that could kill them, but...
Yeah, well, you don't get high off your own supply.
Or your husband.
Or so I've heard.
Yeah. During this time at her grandiose house, she was also attending college lectures and classes at Paris University for science and alchemy.
Okay, good for her. So
you think. She wasn't able to really make anything out of these classes or get a degree due to her alcoholism.
Aww.
As far as information on that, she lived near, what was it called? I don't know why I didn't put it in here. She lived near, like, a winery? A winery, yeah. So she always had wine. She had a lot of money.
Well, in Europe, too.
It's more custom, to drink.
It's like the, I don't know, for lack of a better word, like, criteria for alcoholism is different in Europe because they drink so often.
Yeah.
That it's like, there it's kind of normal to drink every day, but in our culture, it's like that's the first sign of a problem. So
yeah. Also, while at these classes at Paris University, another, we'll say, alchemist, Marie Bosset, was her rival. She had a clinic or house gathering where she did the same thing.
Ooh.
She made potions, powders, serums.
Did she have the black mass?
Oh yeah, she was doing black masses too. They were in the same game. They were both playing it. They were stealing each other's clients, poisoning people that had like worked at each other's houses and stuff.
This is insane. How is this not a movie?
I know.
Quentin Tarantino, get on this.
Serious. Oh my God, that's so funny you say it. I'll get to it later. Okay. They were bad talking each other's business. And another thing, Voisin was quite the dramatic. It just... I mean, she's still in her 20s while this is happening. But it's just so dramatic.
Yeah, sounds like it.
Yeah. This next part that happens here, I would say this is best described as like... This next part that happens here is best described as Voisin's descent into madness.
Oh, we haven't started on that yet?
We have, but I think during this part...
This is where it really starts going downhill.
Making, like... Yeah. So, Voisin's been doing this a while now. She has people from the noble family, royal family, yada yada. Her most important client was Madame de Montespan, who was the royal mistress of Louis XIV.
Ooh.
Now, this isn't his wife.
Did you say the royal mistress?
Yes. Yeah, and yes. The royal mistress. What is that? His wife? No, it is not his wife.
Yeah.
It is his royal mistress. Like,
Royally appointed mistress. No. I'm
yeah.
just kidding.
He had a wife, but
Well, sometimes those darn women just don't know how to birth boy babies. They just don't know how to do it.
was a huge
And
problem.
it's their fault.
Was it King Henry VIII?
I think, yeah.
Something like that. She was having, Madame de Montespan. I love saying these names. She was having Voisin perform black masses anytime the king and her were having relationship problems. She actually, before she was the royal mistress of Louis XIV, she had worked with the noble family. Her sister had some connection to it, but she went to Voisin and was like, please, like, make him love me. And then she gets a point. This was in... when did I put the years down? I hate when I do this. I don't know why I don't. But it was at, like, the end of the year.
Lennon.
Come on, Lenny, shut up.
Did your mom go outside? The door just opened.
The front door?
I didn't hear what door, but one of the doors opened.
She probably went out the front door. Oh my gosh, every time I try and do my thing.
I know.
Okay.
Sorry, y'all. We're recording the podcast to post later, so we can't talk while the dog's barking.
Yeah, it's gonna pick up in the background. Lennon, for the love of God.
Hello to the viewer that just tuned in.
Thank you. Sorry you don't get to hear the story because our dog's going nuts.
Do you want me to go up there, or? Okay, go
I
ahead.
think we're good. Oh my God, Lennon.
Should I go up there, or should you go up there?
Maybe. Hold up. Should be fine.
Okay.
So, about 3 months before she became the royal mistress... Oh my, please, yeah, just go grab her. I'm cursed when I do my podcast because, of course, right now, literally on my street, there was like 4 police cars, a paramedics. We don't live in the greatest area, so something's always going on. But, of course, tonight, we try and do our story. It's happening. So, I don't mean to give you a shitty viewing experience, but we're just trying to make do. I don't even know what was going on out there. I mean, we live in like a very heavily, like meth and heroin is like a big problem where we live, so I wouldn't be too surprised if that was what was going on. So hopefully when Liv gets back, we can just pick up here. Livy. We fucked our stream up. Sorry. Pre-roll. I don't know what she's doing up there now. Come on. What? Oh my God, where is Olivia? Come on. Come on.
Do you know someone that has like a black pickup truck?
Why?
I don't know. There's like a black pickup truck in the driveway, and you're like, well, your mom.
Fucking Vince.
Oh, okay.
Vince Parisi.
Well, don't say that name, but it's fine. Okay, because I was like, is everything okay?
Yeah, that's Vince.
But your dad was out there too, so they had the front door open, so I just shut the front door.
Yeah. Don't worry, I remember where I was at.
Yep.
So, about 3 months before, let's say that again. 3 months before Madame de Montespan became Louis XIV's mistress, she had went to Montvoisin and asked... She had gone to Montvoisin and asked her, make him love me, make him love me. And, hey, maybe it was chance, maybe something really did happen, who's to say, but she ended up becoming the royal mistress. What a title. Mm-hmm. Wow. You don't get to be his wife, but... So, that was weird. Sadly, though, the love for his mistress fizzled out, and King Louis fell out of love with Madame Montespan and found a new lover, and she was not happy. Montespan was pissed, because she wanted to be...
Yeah, she wanted that so bad.
She wanted to be more than the mistress with him. So she asked Montvoisin to make a poison to kill the king and his newfound love.
Okay.
Some straight regicide going on.
What is that, regicide? What is that word?
That's like tyranny against the king.
Oh.
Like, yeah.
You're smarter than me.
No. So at first, Montvoisin was hesitant, kind of, I don't know if I should kill the king.
Yeah.
Might result in my head getting chopped off. But, there was nothing a plentiful sum of cash couldn't change.
Yes, of course.
Montvoisin knew this would be no simple task, and she assembled a crew of the best poison-making, fortune-telling, black-massing professionals of Paris. Mm-hmm. One of them tried to get Montvoisin to see how badly this would result through fortune-telling, but even her own practice wasn't enough to change her mind.
What do you mean by that?
One of the ladies that she got into this crew were, we're going to kill the king. We're going to come up with a plan to poison the king. One of them was like, yeah, this isn't a good idea. Like, we can sell, like, aphrodisiacs and whatever, but we should not do this. Tried to do fortune-telling with Montvoisin.
Oh, and convince her not to do it.
Yeah, saying, I can see what's going to happen.
Yeah, it is not good. Don't do it.
It's not good. And she's like, forget about it. It's just the king. We'll be all right. So, their plan, what did they do to poison and kill the king? They decided to make a petition that was coated in poison that they would hand deliver to the king, which was something you could do. Luckily for the king, on that day, a lot of people had been sending in petitions for the city, and when Montvoisin arrived, she couldn't deliver it to his hands directly. She had to give it to a guard, and when he said that, she was like, oh, no, I'm just going to take it back. I'll wait until another day. So that didn't work, but, and here's what happens, too. When you have a group of people conspiring to do something, like, so big...
Someone's going to tell.
Someone's going to start talking,
Mm-hmm.
and sure enough, so the crew got together, all these crazy ladies, and we're gonna plan a second attempt to kill the king. But it didn't fall through because rumors started spreading around, and all these reported...
It didn't go through, sorry. You said it didn't fall through. It didn't go through, or...
The crew of poisoners then planned a second attempt to kill the king, but it didn't go through because rumor was spreading and many reported deaths of all these poison killings were spreading like wildfire throughout Paris. Mm-hmm. Mostly because of the money. Now a lot more people are doing it. They see her, she's taking care of 6 family members, her mother, a lover, her husband. So, this next part, I don't know if anybody has ever watched the Breaking Bad, where, spoiler alert,
No,
also...
don't spoil it.
Oh, that's right, we're watching Breaking Bad. I can't do The Sopranos, we're supposed to watch that. Okay, pretty much, I'll just say it like this. These next parts that happen, it's almost as if, in certain shows, members of the mafia getting taken out one by one, arrested, or however it happened. You could almost, like, when I was reading this, I could see just how they were going out and arresting... Yeah, so, So now all of the ladies that were members of this poison crew, they were being ratted out, caught in the act, making these poisons. And even one of the most prominent ones and a rival, Marie Bosset. Oh yeah, she went down hard and really stupid.
Ooh.
She was at a party. There had already been ladies getting arrested, and I think she was probably really stressed out. It's like, when's my time gonna come? So they go to this party. It's like 2 years into these investigations, and she got super drunk and just started blabbering, saying like, I have all this money because I make poison, and we planned to do this, but like it didn't fall through. Now there was a lawyer there that worked for the royal family, and he went and reported it.
Yeah.
So
he's like, got him.
Yeah, and okay, this next part, pretty twisted.
Okay.
As if there's not already been some twisted parts in this story. So this was a police report from there. I didn't read the actual one. That's
You're right.
what it said. When Marie Bosset's family was arrested, they were found in the one and only bedroom in the house. All of them. There were 4 of them. She had 2 sons, a daughter, and her. And they were, like I said, in the only bed in the house doing group sex.
Wait. Repeat that again?
Yeah. According to this report, when the warrant was issued to go get her, because...
The main woman that we're talking about.
Not the main woman. This is
Oh.
Marie
Okay.
Bosset. This is
She's the enemy, okay.
Montbassoin's rival.
Gotcha. Okay.
When the police showed up there to arrest them, her daughter, and her 2 sons were in a bed.
Okay. Electric chair. Electric chair.
I'm just saying, you think, oh, okay, are these ladies really that bad? Like, yeah, they were making poisons that maybe...
Yeah.
No, they were insane.
Yeah.
The things... Yeah. But...
Reprehensible.
Yeah.
Unforgivable.
Forgivable.
Unforgivable.
Their confessions revealed that the illegal sale of poison in the capital was handled by this network of these fortune tellers.
Okay.
They started putting the pieces together. They had 2 ladies before this that were not really important. They were kind of lowly on the ranks. They weren't the Godfather or whatever. Marie Bosset was condemned to death by burning and executed in like the town square of Paris where they lived.
Okay. No objections here.
Sadly, her children and associates were also sentenced to death.
I mean, don't do that to the kids. Like, they, you know.
The kids... Here's the thing, though. Some of these... Like, a lot of the times, they would have... her daughter would be with her a lot, with Marie Bosset.
Mm-hmm.
So she was a witness. But even if we talk about the sons, one of her sons was in the army.
Mm-hmm.
But he knew about it.
Yeah, but it's just... I don't know. That's where it gets difficult because... Yeah, I mean...
Nowadays, that wouldn't work that way.
Well, I mean, obviously, nowadays, if this exact situation were to happen nowadays, clearly, like, they would not have been sentenced to death for that. But, like, there does get to be a... there's kind of a gray area there with, like, let's say you keep bringing up the example of the mob. Like, the mafia, the mob wives, like, how complicit are they? And you know what I mean? Because they know, even if they're not actively involved, they still know about it. So there is that, like, difficulty there. But the kids, I mean, and I'm assuming that her children were adults at that point, but at the same time, it's like, with that, I don't know, it's just hard. It's
well, back
really
then,
hard. Yeah.
you're royal to the king.
Yeah.
Back then, you're loyal to the king.
Right. No.
Your loyalty falls there. So even if your mother or your father, whoever's, you need to go report this. Yeah. And especially the mass involvement they're having with all these murders.
Yeah.
Them being the proprietor, essentially.
That is crazy.
Yeah. So back then, I mean, your loyalty was to your king.
Well, yeah, and they're not thinking about the... back then, they're not thinking about the social dynamic of like, you know, the power dynamic of parents versus children and, you know, whatever.
Yeah.
They're not thinking of that.
So, what's going on with Voisin?
Yeah, I want to know.
She's scared. And her plan, she says, you know, I'm getting out of Paris. I'm leaving my family behind.
Okay.
I'm dipping. I'm getting out of here.
Yeah.
March 12th, 1679. She's 39 at this point. Voisin was arrested on her way to her meeting with another longtime enemy, Catherine Trianon. There's not really much. Same thing. It's pretty much very similar to Marie Posse. They were enemies. She had another apothecary, whatever. Voisin hinted to save her skin and postpone her sentence that important individuals of the court used her for services frequently. So when she was arrested, she knew she was in deep shit. So when she was arrested, she knew she was in trouble. She was arrested. She knew she'd be in.
Bless you.
She'd
Thank
be in.
you.
Take 4.
You didn't say it.
God bless
did
you.
Thanks.
Sorry. When she was arrested, she knew she'd be in trouble, so she threw out there, hey, I mean, I'm not saying who exactly, but I've worked with, like, the royal courts.
Yeah.
So now they're like, well, hold on a second. You must have... Now we're getting closer to the Godfather.
Yeah.
Or maybe we found them. So, while they had Voisin in custody, they then questioned her daughter, Marguerite.
Maury, no, stop.
So once they... Oh, is he chewing on anything?
What do you have?
He was just chewing on your book. So they questioned her daughter. Her daughter says, yes, I've witnessed all this stuff happening. It was common for these women to have their daughters because they were essentially training their daughters to take their place once they were done. But her daughter confessed. They already had confessions from all these other ladies, from Voisin. So on December 27th, 1679, Louis XIV issued an order. He said that the whole network should be exterminated, regardless of their rank, gender, age, or those involved. Unknowing to him that his own mistress was involved.
Ooh.
So, once he figured out they were coming for him, said, oh no, I don't care.
Can you imagine being him too? Like, they are preying on my downfall.
Seriously, all these women were, there was a, like I said, there's a big group of these ladies that's scary.
Yeah,
Trying to kill them.
Suffering from success.
Literally. And all this literally was because of jealousy and lust.
Yeah.
It's awful. So, Voisin eventually confessed to the crimes that she was accused of, and she described her whole development of her career. How she started out doing the palm readings, the face readings, saw there was more money, fell in love with the money, started doing whatever it took to make more. Luckily, now this wasn't the case for other people, but she was not subjected to torture. And that was because she said, oh, well, before anything crazy happens, I've had a lot of involvement in my work with the royal courts. And they're like, okay, we don't want to... They didn't want to do it because they didn't want that information to be made publicly.
What information?
About the royal family. They don't want people to know that they had involvement with that. They're supposed to be... Everyone looks up to them. They're the example. But then again, they're doing the same thing everyone else is. Yeah. So they're thinking, oh, if we torture her to try and get... It wasn't necessary for her. And they weren't going to do it. They did. King Louis, though, he gave like a... what's it called? He gave her a formal order saying, oh, go ahead, you can torture her. Like, he was pissed. He knew that Voisin, her involvement in all this was... She was up top. But it was then made clear by some people below him. They were saying, you know, maybe we shouldn't because she's got a lot of info on us. Info that you don't know.
Yeah.
About your mistress. Now King Louis like, oh shit. Like, you're right. So Mon Voisin was kind of loyal to her people, though, in the end. She never mentioned names of her clients or other people she worked with. She just confessed to what she did, which I thought was kind of admirable in a way. It was still wrong, but...
Snitches get stitches.
True that. She did, though, while she was in... Because obviously she's in jail at this point. We were being questioned during jail. She mentioned to the guards... The question that she feared most was about her visits at the royal court. She was pretty much referencing to, if we go back to Montespan, having her a client and the attempted murder of the king. That she didn't talk about. You know, when she confessed, she said, like, yes, I make poison, you know, I've sold poison, da-da-da-da-da. She never confessed, said, yeah, I tried to kill the king. Because you say that, you're getting beheaded on the spot, you know.
Yeah, why would you do that?
Yeah. And, you know, her list of clients and all that, all these black masses they had, the weird stuff with the abortions that they were doing, her connection even to Montespan and the murder attempt on the king was not revealed until after her death. And it was actually stated by her daughter, Marguerite.
Oh.
So, and some other testimonies.
So she took it to the grave.
She did. And I'm just saying, if you're listening from the other side, Mon Voisin, I could trust you with any secret in the world. Jeez. So she was...
Should be fine now.
So Mon Voisin ultimately was convicted of witchcraft and was burned in public on the Place de Grève in Paris, February 22nd, 1680.
That's crazy that was a crime.
Witchcraft, I know, right? She was 40. She was born in 1620, 1680. No, sorry, 16... I'm bad at math. We should just cut that part, don't worry. She was burned in public at the Place de Grève in Paris, February 22nd, 1680. In August through July 1680, after the execution of her mother, Marguerite Mon Voisin made a confession, which I said revealed the list of her clients, her connection to the royal family, the attempted murder of King Louis. Also around the same time, blast from the past, Adam Lesage, the magician, made his confession, which added that child sacrifices had taken place during the Black Masses, arranged by Mon Voisin. So, this was not just abortions. Let me say that again. Child sacrifices.
Wow.
Yeah. So, people didn't know that was going on. So about the 9th of October that same year, Margaret, her daughter, confirmed the statement of child sacrifices made by Lesage. She's like, yeah, I saw that happening as well. Also, and they're going deep, there was another person they had, Etienne Guibourg. Etienne Guibourg on October 10th. The statements made from Margaret Mon Voisin were considered vital. This guy, Etienne, he was the, I don't know what it's called for, like, Catholicism, but the person that hands out the Eucharist.
Okay.
And, like, kind of does the blessing or whatever. Mm-hmm. That's what this guy was doing for the Black Masses.
Oh, okay.
And because everyone's throwing everyone under the bus, he got caught too. Mm-hmm. So now we have this Black Mass priest, her daughter, her lover. It's just so... This story is so scandalous.
Yeah.
That's why I shouldn't say I mean, yes, it's interesting, but it really grabs you because it was so long ago, but it sounds almost like a crime family nowadays.
Yeah.
You know, it was...
And, I mean, that's stuff, like, with the black masses and everything, I mean, you just assume that that's like, oh, that's just from movies. That's just from Rosemary's Baby. That's not real, you know?
Yeah. So, all in all, they got pretty much all these big wigs in the poison market. And King Louis, they didn't even get a trial. They were immediately incarcerated for life by lettre de cachette. No option for appeal by the king. So there was no chance they were getting out. Even if they just knew about it, had a little bit of involvement. No, because he ended up figuring out, you guys were trying to kill me.
Yeah.
So no one's getting out. Like, my life's not going to be risked. That, he said, my life's not going to be risked.
You're not going to risk my life.
You're not going to risk my life. Exactly.
You were like, where's...
So, all in all, this was the end of the poison trials. It had its run. They tried to kill the king. And, after that, there was a big halt in that. Especially in France.
Halt in what?
The production of poison, all of this, because they didn't want that happening.
Yeah.
Now it was, after all this had taken place, it got to the point of the king almost being killed. Like, no, if we catch you doing anything like this, you're done.
And it's like, maybe we could have put a stop to that before it got that far, you know?
And also, as a last little notion, you know who else also got in prison for life?
Ooh.
Crap, how do I say her name? Madame de Montespan.
Remind me who that is.
That was the, what's her name? The
royal mistress?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. The mistress. Let me do that again.
Yeah.
So, guess who also was in prison for life?
Who?
Madame de Montespan.
The royal mistress?
The royal mistress.
Wow.
Yeah, because when everyone said, well, hey, she was trying to set it up to kill you,
well,
man.
yeah, she's the one that started it all.
Mm-hmm. But I think King Louis was a softie.
Oh.
Because there were reports that even though he had her put in there, he would go and visit her. I mean, Hueo, King Louis, hello. So that's all I got. I
can't say it on stream.
I had this story. Yes, it was very wrong. It was twisted, but I had a lot of fun reading this, doing the research on it. It was just, I loved the drama of it.
Well, yeah, it's. I mean, I keep saying it, but it's so cinematic.
Yeah, and while I'm reading all this, I really could. I was picturing in my head.
I was too.
Like the clattering streets of Paris. They were around Notre Dame, stuff like that. It was a fun story. The stuff in it was a little harmful to have my brain process, but I mean, these ladies were not messing around. They were making their money. I mean, they were seriously like just hardened criminals. Yeah. Poisoning people.
And it's like, you think about the stuff that about people that lived back then, and I think, at least for me, it's kind of hard to really picture them as people in the same way that you and I are people. You know what I mean? Like, not that they're not humans, but
I understand what you're saying.
Like, things were just so different back then that it's hard to relate. But with all of this, what you were saying with the drama and the lust, it really kind of like humanizes it for me. Yeah,
totally. You think about the 1600s. Oh, people were so different. Really, though?
Yeah, yes, exactly.
400 years ago? Yeah, it's a long time, but
they weren't that different.
They were going to college. They were arguing with other people.
Yeah, they were sleeping around.
Drinking a little too much.
Yeah.
Like, it was, I was really glad I could do this one.
Yeah, Gabe, I mean, thank you so much for bringing us this research and telling us this story today. I thought you did a fantastic job.
Thank you. I'll get to your expertise one day.
Oh, stop.
My madame.
Well, thank you guys for listening.
Thank you so much.
Just a quick reminder that we do have a Instagram and a Facebook account. They're both at Clandestine Pod. I'm trying to be a little bit more active on the Facebook page, but right now we're very active on the Instagram.
Yes.
These episodes go live on Tuesdays and Thursdays every week. And we also stream the recordings of them.
On Saturday and Sunday, you get to see the live, unedited goofiness that takes place on Twitch TV /Stefanuchis. That is STEFANUCHIS. Also on the Linktree.
Yes, there's a Linktree in our Instagram bio with all of the links that you would need. And with that, I guess we'll see you next time.
We'll see you next time. Thank you, guys.
All right. Good night. Good job.
Did you like it?
That was great.
Was it?
I've never heard of it.
Dude, crazy story, man.
Pretty crazy.
I was weird about saying the thing about the...
About the abortions? Yeah. It's okay.
Dude, there's like a... Dude, when you look
You
up...
handled it well.
Look, when you look up black masses... Oh,
Can we... Well, let's...